It's been a phenomenal couple years for us, and you're right, we're seeing a tonnage of viewership and growth on the platform. We actually have now today in the US over 160 million monthly active users. Now the big question is, what are they doing? What is the engagement on the platform? You know, the latest Suzy research says that outside of streaming, when the average American has a free hour of spare time, they actually choose to use it on TikTok. So we're now starting to see TikTok play a more central role in how the average user kind of allocates their discretionary entertainment time. Some people choose to sit back on the couch at 7 p.m. and turn on ESPN. I like to say my love language with my wife now is actually, have you seen the TikToks that I sent you? By the time I come home, I've got a ton of homework. And so that's been fantastic for us.
What have you seen? You know, initially, I think at least the perception was TikTok was young and it was like dance challenges and things like that. And I know it's broadened widely in terms of audience and content over the past couple of years. What are you seeing in terms of consumption patterns and viewership?
We like to say that content moves at the speed of culture, and the reality is, trends and virality have a home and a place at TikTok, and a lot of that's driven by our creators. Now, it's been really exciting at CES over these last few days. When we first came to CES a few years ago, the idea of creator-led marketing was such a novel, new concept, kind of like a leap of faith. Most marketers are used to spending 6 months producing their creative, right? So to give your brief and your brand to a creator, a little bit of a leap of faith. The reality is today, through TikTok Creator Marketplace, we have now over 2 million creators, just to give you a sense of the tonnage of the creators that are coming to TikTok as their primary home. And through that, we see creators driving a ton of trends and virality on the platform. Now, I always say, the best ad experiences are built on top of great user experiences. And part of our thinking and how we bring the engagement and the virality on the platform to brands is through things like TikTok Pulse, which is an advertising product on the branding side that allows us to carve out the top 4% trending content on the platform through several lineups, be it fashion or sports. And so, to your point, so that marketers can keep up with what's happening on the platform, it turns out, as a brand, you might want to buy TikTok Pulse Sports, and it turns out football might not be the most trending content on the platform. Pickleball might be, but the point is, as a brand, you're right there next to what's up and trending and coming on the platform.
How have you figured out, because TikTok seems to want to play at every part of the funnel, and you want to compete for that, like, quote unquote TV money and direct response money and everything in between. How is that manifested in ad products and formats and things like that?
Well, you're right. We are a full funnel marketers one-stop shop when it comes to video. So we cover everything from branding to shopping and performance and lead gen, app download even. On the branding side, I like to say the experience on TikTok actually goes beyond the mobile phone, and it's a big reason why we've announced over the last year our out-of-phone partnership, which allows brands to access supply and an inventory using their same TikTok creative, but extending that reach to billboards, televisions and restaurants, movie theaters as well. So you'll see on the branding side, TikTok IRL will be a theme this year. Now, to your other point, there's the shoppability component and experience to TikTok. TikTok Made Me Buy It now has over 86 billion views on it. And at some point we said, hey, if users are discovering new products, maybe there's an opportunity for us to bring that opportunity to brands, which is kind of the thinking behind our video shopping ad suite, a down funnel performant ad format that allows retailers and manufacturers to actually see purchases and transactions from the video feed. And the latest feedback from Nielsen says that right now we're seeing a 2x return on ad spend performance.
For a long time, there was a question whether social shopping would ever really take off in the U.S. like compared to Asia. It seems like you're obviously putting a lot of emphasis and resources there. Do you think that's going to shift pretty largely in the next couple of years?
It's an experiment that we're working towards. Creators and community drive commerce at the end of the day. If you look at shopping separate from TikTok, there's selection, price, convenience, but we also like to think that there's a component to shopping that drives inspiration, discoverability. Shopping at the end of the day is a luxury event, a leisure event, something you do in your spare time. It is, in another word, entertainment. And that's a role and that's a part of the shopping journey that we think we can occupy and play over the last few months, several products have flown off the shelves of TikTok. Beach Waver, for example, has a really fantastic, unique strategy that covers both TikTok Shop as well as their TikTok marketing levers to help drive awareness of their products. And that's something that we'll continue to experiment with throughout the rest of the year.
Lastly, it's probably hard to generalize, but I think the conventional wisdom is brands should make TikToks, not ads.
Yeah.
Do most brands, are they on board with that, or are they partnering more and more with creators? What does that balance look like right now?
It's funny, this year at CES, I'm seeing a lot of presence in event booth space from influential, whaler, influencer. It's been really encouraging to see how comfortable the industry is with creator-led marketing. And now we're actually seeing creator-led marketing live and seed, not just on TikTok, but I see that on television, CTV ads as well. So creators as a media channel itself is something that I've been hearing a lot throughout CES this week. That's really exciting for us. And like I said, our platform wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the creators on our platform. And it's nice to see the ecosystem learn and educate ourselves so that we can actually carry that forward.